Hello, everybody. My name is Lilia Baldauf. I am a fifth-year PhD candidate at UC Davis. I work in the lab of Alan L. Balch, and I was awarded the ARCS Fellowship last spring. Thank you so much for that. It's made a huge difference in my life and in my research. And today I'll talk a little bit about some of the work that has produced. Today we're talking about our build-a-bucky structures. In other words, we are using dispersion forces to build fullerene nanostructures, also known as self-assembled co-crystals. But before I start, what even is a fullerene? Fullerenes are the only known molecular allotrope of carbon. They come in all sorts of shapes and sizes and symmetries, and they look different and they give off different colors. They're really beautiful molecules. And when scientists first discovered them in 1966, the community was abuzz with the potential applications and implications of these molecules. But then the question became how to study them. They're notoriously difficult to characterize. Well, crystallography at the time was definitive proof of what was in these crystals or structures. However, fullerenes are high symmetry molecules. So when you have this increase in molecular symmetry, there's an increase in the crystallographic disorders, and you end up with nasty structures like this one. One way to circumvent this is to break the symmetry of the fullerene by coordinating metals to the outside. However, this alters fundamental properties of fullerene, so it's not ideal for studying them. And to the Balch lab, we used metal octaethyl porphyrin, or MOEP, as our co-crystallization agent. Co-crystallization agents weakly interact with the fullerene, but they do not directly react with it or coordinate with it in any way. This is due to the weak van der Waals interactions of the ethyl arms, the metal center of the porphyrin, and pi-pi stacking. And that pi-pi stacking can affect the crystals a lot. It'll interact with different fullerenes such as C60 and then the olive-shaped C70 at the bottom in different ways. So I was curious about what this would do with C70, and I was able to self-assemble this huge fullerene co-crystal. It's 12 uniquely oriented C70s, nickel OEPs, and 18 p-xylene molecules. It's the biggest known fullerene co-crystal, and it wasn't seen with any other solvent or metal porphyrin combination. So in studying this more, we measured the tilt angle, which is a measure of the electrostatic interaction within the co-crystal. And what we noticed is that one of the things that made it possible was the fullerene-fullerene overlap. So we can see here highlighted in red and blue over just fullerene to porphyrin overlaps. We also found out that there was a phase transition within the crystal, which is a functional thermodynamic parameter. It facilitates transition from one unit cell, in this case, the huge one, and condenses it to the smaller one. And you can actually track where all the fullerenes go. This is called topotactic transformation, and it's an ordered reversible transition. Additionally, I've also done work with cobalt octaethyl porphyrin and C70 and chloroform, and we've been able to create these Bucky witch sandwiches, as I call, that we published recently in Crystal Growth Design. What's super unique about these is they've never been seen before with C70. Structures highlighted in blue show that this has been seen with C60, but again, never with C70. So I really look forward to creating more of these unique structures. Thank you so much again to the ARCS Foundation, to NSF AGEP program. COVID has been very difficult, and the rising cost of inflation and grad student wages not keeping up with that has been very tough. But thank you to the ARCS Foundation for providing a means for me to continue doing what I love to do. I've been able to pay rent. I've been able to keep buying groceries with your generous support. So thank you again.